pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands,
one nation, under God,
indivisible,
with liberty and justice for all.
Honor the Texas flag.
allegiance to the Texas,
One state, under God,
one and indivisible. Book fair. They'll be here all week.
Come to the Reed Play Talk game night tonight at 5:30. Come on out to see Kimbrough's 8th grade volleyball team take on Vanson and participate in a raffle for free children's books.
Support Santa Claus by giving $2. If you do this, you get to wear crazy hair on Friday, October 20th.
We are collecting box tops for all this month. The 2 top classes will earn slushies.
Hey dog, let's chill eat in the cafeteria today. After all, they're serving chili dogs. And if you need a fresh start for breakfast, start tomorrow with a fresh baked cinnamon roll. It's a sweet start to the end of a great week. And now we have some fun food facts. Ketchup was sold in the 1830s as a medicine. The popsicle was invented by an 11-year-old in 1905. A cluster of bananas is formally called a hand. Along that theme, a single banana is called a finger.
This month's project is a book character pumpkins. Decorate your pumpkins and turn them into the library before Monday.
Good morning. I want to start off with some positive staff referrals. I have one from Mrs. Mahan from Mrs. Stewart. She said she helped out in the gym. She makes the building a nice place to be. She provided moral support. She helped clean up her science dishes that were left in the teacher's lounge, then delivered them to Mrs. Stewart's classroom. She's still helping out with 5th grade science, and I love it. I appreciate you so much. Thank you, Mrs. Stewart, for writing that for Mrs. Mahan. I have one for Mrs. Tackett from Mrs. Nowlin. This makes the building a nicer place to be, a nice person to work with. Thank you for all your hard work. I appreciate your help. I have one for Mrs. Massey from Mrs. Floyd and Mrs. Randolph. They say she makes the building a nicer place to be, provides moral support, and a nice person to work with. Then I have one for Mrs. Jones. It says, always willing to help and provide moral support, always cheerful attitude. And that was from Mrs. Floyd and Mrs. Randolph also. Okay, now I have some student referrals. Michael? Michael is in 3rd grade, Mrs. Floyd's class. He is never tardy for school. He has polite and respectful behavior. Michael is an awesome friend to everyone, takes care of himself, and a hard worker every day. Thank you, Michael. Antonio. He is in 3rd grade, Mrs. Floyd's class. He is a hard worker and a great friend. He always has a smile on his face. He is never tardy for school, and he has polite and respectful behavior. Thank you. Adriana. She is in 3rd grade, Mrs. Floyd's class. Mrs. Randolph wrote this for her. Polite and respectful behavior, consistently following the rules. Walking politely and quietly down the hall when others were running. Oh, good job. Setting a good example. Thank you. Emily. Emily is in kindergarten, Mrs. Frazier's class, and Mrs. Randolph wrote this for her. Polite and respectful behavior, consistency and following the rules. Walking politely and quietly down the hall when others were running. Good job, Emily.
Can you have her step in front of the camera? Then
Oh,
you get to
Emily,
see her face.
come back over here. This is Emily! Okay, Black. Malak is in 4th grade, and Mrs. Randolph wrote this for her. Helping our class understand how to get on Imagine Math. Very good. Thank you, Malak. Saria. 3rd grade, Mrs. Randolph's class. Working hard, always kind and polite. He is never tardy for school, and he has polite, respectful behavior. Thank you. Malachi. 3rd grade, Mrs. Randolph's class, polite, respectful behavior, consistency in following rules, working hard, never giving up, showing a growth mindset. Excellent, Malachi. All right, those are all the positive referrals I have for today. I just have one more announcement. I want to remind you about your cell phones, your electronic devices, your Apple Watches. All of these things are supposed to be turned off when you're at school, and that includes in the gym in the morning because you are at school and the day has started. So I know you're bringing some devices to keep you busy while you're waiting to go to class, but those have to be turned off because remember, if they get taken up, it's a phone call home and a $15 fee to get it returned, and I don't want to have to take anybody's devices. The only time you can use your device is if your teacher has given you permission or it's some kind of special reward and they've gotten permission from me for you to have it at school that day and on at a certain period of time. All right, so remember that because I would hate to have to take up anybody's devices. Thank you.
We have one very special birthday today. We have Raina, Miss Farrah's class. She's turning 12.
Don't forget, we're selling Big Kahuna till the 20th. Here are some people who want Stackamals. Amaya, she's in Miss Stewart's class, and she has sold 12 items. And
She got 3 more Stackamals today.
she's in Miss Piaka's class, and she won 3 more Stackamals. Eliana, she's in Miss Randolph's class, and she won 2 more Stackamals. Molly was in Miss Pereira's class, and she won 6 more Stackamals. Michaela, she's in Miss Pereira's class, and she sold 5 items.
The MISD punt, pass, and kick event was last night. We had so many Kimball students that represented us so well. They all did such a great job. Peyton Wright in 6th grade got 3rd place in her age group. She got to stand on the podium and she got this awesome medal. So give her a high five, and all of our punt, pass, and kick folks if you see them in the hallway.
That's it for the morning announcements. We hope to see you back tomorrow morning.